when I first started growing, one of the big things I wanted to know was how to harvest quickly and efficiently. And so this little series is about harvesting different crops to help you with that. My eyes are always on my next blossom. If I tug on this with one hand, when I go down with my pruners, knife, whatever I'm using, because I'm tugging on it, I can feel the tautness on the stem. And that completely helps me look at the next stem I want and know that I've got this one. I pick it up, I'm gonna stay down. I could even get on my knees if I wanted to. You're not gonna stand up, do a swipe, look around, and go in. That's obviously not efficient, right? So we're gonna stay down. I'm gonna hold this. I've made my snip, so my eyes are always on the next. I'm doing my swipe, only one swipe ever, turning him upside down in this hand. My eyes are still on the next cut because I'm evaluating the next cut. Is he too mature? Is he at the perfect stage? Is there little bugs in it? So we've got, this time of year, we get spit bugs. So I'm reaching in there and grabbing him out and pinching him because we try not to sell spit bugs with our foliage. One strip upside down. And you need to force yourself to do this. You need to kind of teach your crew to do this because it is what makes things go faster. And we want to bring a nice, because instantly this is a bunch ready to sell. It's clean, ready to roll. But if I'm keeping my eye on because I'm not taking everything here, I'm totally moving. We're going through this crop and I'm picking today, and I do this every single day, and this is the way it is I am picking what is ready to go today. And I do that on a daily basis. You walk out to your field and you're like, okay, what are we gonna harvest today? Okay, so that it's never too much at one time, especially when you're a gardener selling your flowers. Things can get pretty hard, and you want to just on a daily basis say, okay, I'm gonna harvest for an hour. I'm gonna harvest for 2 hours. I'm gonna harvest for 4 hours, and then do my bundling activities in after that. See, spit bugs. So I pick, holding these like this, stripping, putting him in. The minute this handful gets too big, I could plunge it into water. I'm thinking about the stem ends. I don't want them to dry out too fast, so I'm going to be cognizant of that at some point it's like, okay, don't hold those in your hand too long, because you don't want to have to stop the process, recut the stems, and then plunge in water because you've waited too long. You also could do this. You're just playing it in your head. Is my bucket 200 feet away, or is my bucket right here? And I usually do bring a bucket right here with me so I can get a decent handful and then turn around and plunge it into the bucket. But you can see all the different strategies. I'm still able to work. I've still got these tucked under my arm. You really can come out, like if you're doing sunflowers or peonies, you really could come out of the field really quickly. I don't carry my bucket in the field with me of sunflowers anymore. I used to, but it just really gets pretty heavy. So I will kind of do this technique and then walk back to my bucket. It's probably just a few feet behind me. All right, so I just wanted to give you a little idea on that, on how to harvest efficiently and my stripping method. And you can see my ends are pretty much, when I put them into this hand, I'm not letting my ends go all over the bloody place. Okay, I'm trying to keep my ends mostly about the same height, so that when I go to plunge it in a bucket, they're all in water. And so you notice when I have these two bundles, see how I'm crossing them like that? Because I can get more. If I create this point where I'm spiraling, and you'll get good at this in time. See how it's wide, but here's a narrow point. When I go to add this one in, okay, and I'm just continuing that spiraling effect so that my hand can hold quite a bit. All right, that's the lesson on, this is called Lysimachia. It's an English primrose, would kind of be one of the common names. I love this flower. It just keeps blooming. It's one of those that when you bring it in the house, the little florets will fall. And I swear, for 2 weeks, this will constantly have flowers on it, and there will constantly be some little stars on the tabletop. I call it my miracle flower because it just never stops blooming, and I don't know why.